2, 1. Ready, go!
Hey Aussie gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast created in the southern hemisphere where the internet is slow and the prices are as high as the temperature. Here are your hosts, Lucas and Red. Hey Aussie gamers, this is episode 144 and today is Wednesday the 28th of September 2016 and I am your host, Lucas, and also with me in person this week. It's not through Skype because he's right here. Can you see him? He's
BAM!
This is my co-host and very good friend, Red. How are you, buddy?
I'm brilliant and still fat.
Oh, lovely. You're so... No.
We're winging it.
I don't know. Yeah, we're winging it a little bit. All right, so those of you that are listening to the actual podcast audio version of this, you will be able to check out the live stream available on the Facebook page if you want to check out what crazy shit's going on in the actual room that we're recording in. If not, just enjoy the show. But anyway, before we continue, here is this week's show in preview. First up, as usual, we're going to have video game discussion. Then after video game discussion, we will do video game news. And in this week's news, we've got PlayStation Experience 2016, Destiny 2. Yes, Destiny 2. Fantastic. Then we've got more Xbox One backwards compatible games, a movie about Firewatch, and a Nintendo 64 emulator in places it probably shouldn't be. Then after the news, we'll do What's That Sound? And as usual, we will finish the show with Red's Shout. So without further ado, let's kick off into some video game discussion. So, Red, we played some Rocket League.
We played game. We normally separate this into two sections. We can now do it in one because everything we played this week we played together. So,
yep.
First cab off the rank was Rocket League.
We do play a lot of Rocket League, but it's a good game. We played it on the. You played it on the PC probably for the first time.
A lot smoother, a lot nicer.
120,000 frames a second.
More. And yeah, it was Rocket League.
Yeah, we took turns in playing Rocket League, and I had a killer game the other night where I was playing, and it was pretty even. Well, it was even to the point where we went into overtime because it was what was the score?
4 minutes. It was 2-2.
2-2. So 2-2 at the end of the full game. And then we went for a good 4 minutes into OT, so it was like a double-length game.
Yeah.
And then it came down to it after around the 4-minute mark. I came in with a big flying leap, smashing the ball into the goal. I scored the game-winning goal. I was happy because it clocked over to midnight. So it was then technically my birthday, the 27th of September, and I scored the game-winning goal.
And you danced and pulled muscles that...
Yes, I threw my arms around and did a big victory dance and was so happy that I then refused to play because I wanted to
finish on the high.
That's it. I've done well. That's the end of that. So I'm going to go to bed now. So that was really cool. We enjoyed a bit of Rocket League. We also played a fair bit of Diablo 3, the Reaper of Souls on hardcore mode.
Just do it!
So, Red, we did the couch co-oping there. Imported your character across from your cloud save.
Yes.
And we kicked off with the hardcore playing, and we got to...
Or Act 3.
We got up to Act 3?
Yeah, we beat the last boss in Act 2.
So we got up to Act 3, playing through that, and our characters didn't die. We're pretty boss.
Yeah, well, you're a good 4 or 5 levels ahead of me, which helps.
Yeah, so there were a couple of moments where we lost a bit of health, but no real... danger zones there where we nearly died or anything like that, so we done well.
I nearly did. Because it's been a good 12 months probably since I played it, so getting back into it and being the up-in-the-face crusader, I sometimes bit off a little bit more than I could chew and went, oh, no!
Run! See, that's why I like the
range.
Demon Hunter, because I can deal damage while keeping a little bit of distance, so I don't necessarily... need to get into the thicker things, which is cool, but it all went well. No one died, so we didn't lose any of our hard-earned characters or anything like that, so that was quite good. While we are doing the podcast today because it is live streamed. If you are listening or watching during the stream, feel free to make some comments and throw some likes across the screen for us, and we'll try our best to reply to you or answer your questions. Moving on, different game.
Yes.
Forza Horizon 3, the demo. That's a good demo. Not only is the game good, but it's a good length. Like, it's not just a couple of races or anything like that. You actually get a good feel of the open world map, even though, thanks for the like, whoever that is. There are invisible walls that you can't go through because it's not going to give you the whole open world map, but it gives you a good portion of it.
Probably the biggest I've seen in a demo.
And it looks good. It is beautiful graphic-wise and plays really well. It's really smooth, and I'm playing on an original Xbox One, none of this One S or anything like that. It's just your original one. It plays real nice. So, that's a good game.
I like the Australian cars. We were driving around a Maloo Ute. Big long ass. It was light in the arse end, but heavy in the front end. So.
Oh, yeah, and the weather effects. When the weather kicks in, it takes a couple of moments, but the water started to make a difference to the slipperiness of the track. Brenda Brown, I think I've already answered that. You must have written it at the same time I was saying it. It was on the Xbox One. I didn't actually realise.
He was probably in the cupboard getting the Vaseline.
To pretend he's a slug. Yeah, I didn't realise the demo was on PC. That's cool. I didn't try the PC demo, just on the Xbox. To date, it is when we played the demo, the game was now. There's a love heart. Thank you very much. For those listening to the audio, there's little love hearts flying across the live stream there to explain. The game's out now. I have picked up the full version, which has installed on the Xbox. Haven't had a chance to play the full version yet, but we're very keen to give that a go. We'll probably do that after the podcast.
Yeah, 4 gig update
Let's
for all those that haven't got it yet and are looking to get it. So not a major day one update.
Yeah, so it is a brilliant game. I like how it's the open world nature. So if you don't necessarily want to play the races or whatever, you can just drive around with your mates, get in online. If no one's online, you've got the drivatars there that basically emulate the actual owner of that avatar. So if Red's not playing, he'll have a drivatar in the game that'll be racing for him, so I can find him and try and beat him and stuff like that. It's a pretty good feature. It's not new. It's been around for a little while in the Forza series, but I think it works really well.
But when you're talking about me, it's more drivatard.
Drivatard. Thanks for reusing my joke.
Huh?
Bam!
Bam!
Oh dear. IDARB.
Yes.
I'm sure that stands for something. I have no idea, but IDARB is a weird pixelated sports game on the Xbox One. I got it for free. It was one of the Xbox Live games with gold. I think the first month that I bought the Xbox, it was the one that was free on there. And it's kind of like a platformer cross soccer.
Handball.
But the soccer goals are on the sides of the screen, but it's not a top-down view, it's a side view, so you're jumping up on platforms and throwing balls and stuff like that to get it into the goal, and yeah, that's really all it is. We only played 2 players.
Yep.
So us versing each other.
Tactics.
I don't know.
Well, because we had that where you could bet on a team and it was 3v3, and it looked a whole lot more effective like that because you could pass and shoot.
Yeah, you can pass it around, but it looked like mayhem. Massively crazy game there. But anyway, IDARB. I don't know how much it is.
I don't know, YouTube it.
Yeah, have a look at the game. But that was fun to play. We also played a couple of games of FIFA 16.
2 and 0 for Red. Just saying.
I lost. I used to be really good at FIFA. I'm not anymore.
And then we all got to play it.
Roy played with us.
Yes.
I played him and he beat me. Did you beat him?
Yeah.
That's about it. FIFA 16.
Yeah, it doesn't get much different. It's still soccer.
It's probably the best one out there.
For now. Well, for a couple of days anyway.
Yeah, well, FIFA 17, it's...
We did see some footage of that yesterday being played. We'll get to that a little bit later.
Yes, because that was the thing that we did that we're talking about later. Score Hero, Red, you introduced me to this
Flick soccer game?
Rather unique game on the phone. You get an iPhone and Androids. It's It's like a soccer game, but it sort of pauses when you get the ball, doesn't it?
Yeah, and gives you the choice of like an arc, where to pass it, where to kick it.
Yeah, you can pass it, have a shot, you can do headers and all that sort of stuff. Free game to play. It's a good game.
Gives you plenty of free currency to start off with, so you don't feel like you're just stuck unless you pay for it. It has the whole time effect, where you got to wait 15 minutes to get a love heart back, sort of thing like that. So, good poo game.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a soccer-based game that's more like a kind of the closest thing to FIFA I think you can get on a phone, kind of like that anyway. It's a good one to get. What's it called? Score Hero.
Yes.
Why do they call it Score Hero? Not anything to do with football or soccer.
Oh, the hero part of it, because you do get to create your own person, and you do take him through a bit of a journey, and you get traded, and you get to play for your national country and everything like that. So you're the hero, and obviously you score.
Football Score Hero.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Whatever, but that's a good game to get on your phone for free. That's cool. Black Ops 3.
On a screen like this.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. But Black Ops 3 we played. I wasn't the worst.
No.
There was 3 of us. There was Red, Roy, and myself.
Red wins.
He won. Of course he did.
With a fucked R2 button.
Yeah, which we've fixed now. But I came second. I was competitive.
Yeah. Oh no, it was. Yeah, we were just playing custom free for alls, just us three. So
Yeah. But it was a bit of fun. Just the split screen thing there going on. It's never really that great, but that was fun to play. We also tried out some Broforce. House 3 again was with Roy. I
smashed it.
I was pretty dominant in that. That's my jam.
Rambro.
Yeah. Oh, Rambro, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
So-
Robro Cop is good too.
It was the first time we ever played multiplayer.
What do you mean? Oh, on Broforce. Yeah, we've just
we
done.
were versing each other, not actually doing the missions.
Yeah, that's right. So we played that, and I don't know. I found my groove, and
Plenty of unique levels.
Quite well.
I'd introduced the aliens into it and a few other bits and
Yeah.
pieces. So
Yeah,
you've got a bunch of mates around, single, one screen, all go for it. Mayhem. It's hard to have a tactic, but you figured out the tactics pretty quick. You just cut off all the routes.
yeah, she's a good game. Good old Broforce. We hooked up and played a bit of PC. Red got a bit of PC into him this week as well.
I'm having withdrawals from such good frame rates.
Yeah,
It's
everything was 60 frames a second on the PC, so it was good. 20XX is a really good game. What did you think of it? You hadn't played it before.
How solid is the platformer?
It's a brilliant platformer.
You had all the elements like the disappearing pads, which are timed, which encourage you to do it all in one hit. The ones that fall from underneath you, so you had to. There was a little bit of pace there. Shooter, Mega Man / more of a platformer than Mega Man, but with the Mega Man shooting. You could charge your weapons. You could be the female character, the male character. You have melee or ranged. The thing that really got me though is it's one of those games where you start off fresh every time, and the further you get, the better upgrades you can just keep buffing yourself up. So it's almost a permadeath.
Roguelike.
Roguelike. Yeah, there you
Since that game came out, Rogue Legacy, it's kind of been a bit of a benchmark for those types of games, and they call them roguelike games now because of Rogue Legacy.
Yeah.
Because they're like Rogue Legacy.
Yeah.
Where it is permadeath, you die and you start again, but you're getting progress as you go. So whatever you're sort of upgrading and getting, after you die, that doesn't all disappear. You don't lose all your upgrades and stuff like that. So that's
But you have to obtain them via play.
yeah.
You can't have them on beforehand unless you go
Yeah.
easy, where you can pick 3 passives.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, normal mode or whatever it is, something like that. But
Early access still?
it is still in early access now. We played it just this week, and it had been probably a couple of months since I'd booted it up, and it was very different. So they're constantly upgrading it. And the thing is, with 20XX, there's been a lot of talk on Reddit about how good the developers are communicating with the community.
Yep.
Because people are saying, this is what's good about it, this is what's not good about it, and they're actively making changes based on that, actually listening to the people that are playing it, which is probably what early access is supposed to be doing, but a lot don't do that. They put the game out there just so they can get the money early, and they just keep going along their merry way with what they're doing. Hey, Pierce Hall, thanks for joining the stream. But yeah, with the developers for 20XX, they're actually actively listening to the community and changing the game. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of additions. That's a game. Hey, there's the thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. Cheers, Pierce. I think that was you. Which is, I think, it gives the people who are buying the game confidence that if I buy this game in early access, I'm not just going to get it in an unfinished state, because it's going to continually be updated. And all of the notes are put on Steam and all that sort of stuff. I recommend it. If you like roguelike games, Mega Man, it's the best Mega Man game since Mega Man, and platformers in general, you'll probably love this one. I really hope this gets a console release. I think
it needs it.
I think it'll be a big seller on Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And I think it sort of went head to head for a little bit there with Mighty Number 9. And Mighty Number 9 wasn't really that impressive when it came out. People weren't really happy with it. And I think because of Mighty Number 9's failure, so-called failure, yeah, it's bits that aren't good is really making 20XX look and feel that much better, because people that aren't happy with Mighty Number 9 are going to go and have a look at the similar games, which 20XX is, and I think you'll be happy. I think you'll be much more happy with 20XX than you will be with Mighty Number 9. Mighty Number 9's controls are a bit sluggish, and it's way too fucking hard.
Yes.
It's a bitch of a game.
The dash jump felt sluggish in 20XX, but what that also possesses, in your main hub, you can upgrade, you can spend the money that you accrued in your previous run.
Yeah.
And buy stuff that become available in-game.
Mm-hmm.
It has a weekly challenge, a daily challenge, and a super hard challenge. So,
yeah, there's got daily and weekly hardcores.
So you're building yourself up to something with a lot more replayability. There's exclusive loot with the dailies and the weeklies and the challenging, because I think I read there somewhere that there's only certain things you can get from playing this stupid hardcore mode.
Oh, okay.
So there's incentive and potential. Well, the potential's already there, but it's just potentially better.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
And it keeps getting updated. I think that's probably the best thing about it. Alright, we'll move on from that one. Pokemon Go. You played a lot of Pokemon Go.
I've gone up 3 levels.
Yeah, because he's now in Sydney, where there are
People.
signs of life, as opposed to Tasmania, where there might be one Pokestop in the middle of...
Everywhere.
Just in the middle of the state, maybe. Is there a rock, maybe, that is a monument?
Pushing it.
Maybe, what's that cafe?
Cafe?
Yeah, there's a cafe down somewhere where something really bad happened.
Oh.
What's it called? Port Arthur.
Port
Arthur might have a spinny thing on it. It's a monument.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Well, it doesn't need to be disrespectful, but that's where they put the spinny things, the Pokestops, is where points of interest are.
You get to Port Arthur, you can kind of just shoot through.
You said you weren't going there. You went there. Righto, moving on. Too early. It's been how long?
Oh, 7 or 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, heaps.
Heaps longer than that.
Ah, shit, to get over it.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
We weren't being disrespectful.
Oh no, Jesus!
Okay, let's move on. Pokemon Go was great. For Honor. We went to a For Honor Ubisoft event, which we were invited to, and thank you very much for Roy for hooking us up with that. Red and I took a drive out to, where was it? Gayville? Was that the Gayville one? It's all gay. I don't know. It was somewhere in Sydney where the parking was really, really expensive. Homos! Red, tell us, what did you think of For Honor? You played the single player campaign.
I played the single player campaign because that was our best chance to get in and have a go, because the multiplayer was stacked. First and foremost, I should mention, creative director from Ubisoft Montreal got up on stage, had a bit of a chinwag.
What's his name?
Bearded dude.
Bearded guy, looks like a Viking, has a walking stick.
Likes the Knights.
You tell me more about it and I'll Google who he is.
So we got to listen to the inspiration behind it. We got to listen to how he got denied so many times with this idea, because the backstory was he took one of his hobbies was longswording, and
German longswording.
German longswording. Yeah. So a little bit more than this whole LARPing with live action role playing sort of stuff. It's where you go to a dojo and learn and everything. So he had this great idea and kept getting denied. Took 10 years, and then he eventually got his idea across, and we got For Honor.
Jason Vanderberg.
Oh yes, it was
Jason
too.
Vanderberg
Yeah.
or something
Legend.
like that. Yeah, cool guy.
Cool, very cool guy.
Looked a bit like he'd be your grandfather
Yeah,
or father. He's not
Or-
that old.
poor dad. Yeah.
Yeah, good old dad, big beard and thing happening going on. It's kind of like, you know who he reminded me of? Who's that bloke? Wake up, wake up.
Oh, Chop Suey.
Chops. Yeah,
Bloody
no,
System of Down.
System of Down. He looked like him with that big goatee, but beard-esque goatee. Cool guy.
But the game itself, I was always skeptical. Luke, single player. Red, multiplayer.
Yeah, I'll buy. I definitely want For Honor. I definitely want to play this. I will probably touch the multiplayer this much, and I'll be like this with the campaign, and it'll be. You probably won't even play or finish the campaign.
No.
No, you won't. You won't. You won't finish it.
First couple of levels will serve as a tutorial for me to hit multiplayer.
You'll
And
get absolutely every collectible in level 1 and 2,
I even looked for him in the demo.
yeah. But you won't finish it.
No,
But I will.
but I'll tell you what took me by surprise. I was only assuming, and as we get drip fed sort of information, we have to make up our own minds as to what we think it's going to be. But we got to play the demo. It was a decent demo, 15 minutes of gameplay, I would assume, with a few cutscenes.
It was about 15-20 minute go,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that demo itself, obviously level 1, from the feel of it and from the dialogue, gave a really good feel as to what a positive narrative. I thought it was always just going to be hack and slash, but it looks like it's going to be a very solid story. I must say, I played the first level of the Knights. I had no choice. I would have gone Vikings, but a lot of potential. It's got the new use your sticks and L2. If you lock on with L2 to a tougher character, you got left, right, and up. So you got your 3 stances, and you have to counter their attack with the corresponding stance, and then quickly try and change your stance to counter attack, and vice versa like that. And it was pretty brutal. There was some heads coming off. I'm going to admit it. It
Some
happened.
decapitation. And the good thing about it, there's been a lot of talk about, just firstly, Martin Creamers, sorry that we've gone live on the day that you've gone, you're working from the office. Maybe you must work from home sometimes. That's all right. Just open us up in another window, and then if the boss comes past, Alt-Tab. Dexter.
Oh, Dexter's got the
What's-
art of the Alt-Tab down.
Watch Dexter, the TV show, and you'll know how to Alt-Tab. That bloke is the champion with it. Hi, Jason. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Good old Reprimi's in the chat thingy now, watching the stream. But, yeah, a lot of talk about the actual weight behind the weapons. It looks and feels like there's a fair bit of weight. Like a big, long broadsword or whatever they call them. Looks like a big, heavy swing. The axes and all that sort of stuff. That's probably a big thing that's cool. Cheers for the little like that gone across the screen there. But yeah, For Honor looks like a definite purchase if you like to look at it.
Yes.
It ran at a nice constant 30 frames a second. That's not confirmed by any of them. That's just my keen eye, the way I saw it. 30 frames, 1080p, and it looked very stable. But what I said to you, Red, they've probably
Perfected the
just
first 20 minutes.
perfected the shit out of the first section of the game for the sake of the demo. The demo that we played was specifically built for the EB Games Expo, and down in the bottom right-hand corner it actually said EB Expo 2016. So, and we played it just earlier than that.
I'm going to
couple
look
of
like
nights.
an absolute badass playing at the expo.
Well, because you're going to know how to do it. That's it. And I'll have another go of it there too as well. But yeah, so For Honor looks pretty good, but that's not out till February 2017. So that's probably going to be on the back burner of my mind for a little while. It's too far away for me to get excited for. Plenty of other games to play coming up in the next month. Check out www.aussiegamesexpress.com. Our man Weeksy has put up a post there explaining the games that he's most looking forward to. So
Yep,
yeah,
and
have a look at that.
Roy's constantly putting some blogs together about the upcoming games for week to week, I believe. So
Yeah. Hey Ross Mark, thanks for joining the stream. We're coming at you live from downtown Sydney. Right. Last but not least, we also went to, this was just yesterday, the Xbox Hashtag FanFest, or the Microsoft FanFest. Look, we got some swag, we got some loot. So let's have a look. What have we got in there? Unfortunately, this is going to be fucking boring for the ones listening to it on audio. But go and check out the live stream. We've got a power bank here that was just handed out to everyone online in the lineup. A lanyard.
Yeah, Square Enix.
Another lanyard with a thingy on there that got punched. Try not to bump the microphone too much. An Xbox hat. We've got a lovely hat there. Trucker cap, I think they call that. We'll put that on there. You go. Put that on, champion.
Or if you're from across the ditch, it's called a hit.
Got a wrist thingy that Red smartly took off without breaking it because it was one of those you can't take them off things.
Black on black.
What's this? I didn't see this.
Styling and profile.
Oh, that's sick. That's a pin. That's a Forza Motorsports pin. That's like cast. That's cool.
I got two.
Oh, sneaky. We've got some chips here, some sustenance for when we were standing in line. Big ass t-shirt.
Forza Horizon t-shirt.
Uncle Toby's apricot.
I didn't know there was food in there.
Well, that's why it's still here, obviously.
Oh, fuck off. FanFest t-shirt in my size.
Bottle of water, the little refresher. There's a story about that. I stole some kid's water while I was
if
in
you
line.
don't want that.
Oh, there's no chocolate in there.
Ah, that's cool.
At all?
I don't do chocolate, obviously.
No, there was a chocolate bar, milk dairy there. And there's a pin, there's another pin. What's this one say? Ah, FanFest, there you go. So, to all those people listening to the audio, go and have a look at the live stream. Let me put all this stuff back away. There's a couple of t-shirts too. There were 2 t-shirts.
Yeah, FanFest and Forza in my size.
What we got? Oh, there's going to be rustling sounds galore. Anyway, put this stuff aside.
That's the price of live television.
Yeah, so we got a bit of swag. The bag's probably one of the coolest things there. So they gave all that away to us for nothing, which was really cool. And we got to go inside the Microsoft store, which is in Pitt Street, Sydney.
Which was 14 kilometres from the train stop.
1.6 red.
Close.
Felt like it's like when you go. The temperature is 18 degrees. Feels like 16. 1.6 kilometres feels like 28. We've got to get those pins walking more often.
Luke was like, cool. And I'm like,
when I've got somewhere to go, I'm going. I've got to get there. We were running a little bit late because I made us catch the wrong train. All stations versus the express. I don't know. I don't catch trains very often. I normally drive, but I hate the city.
Aussie Gamers Express. The Express never come into it.
Yeah, I hate trains. That's why we got one in our logo. Very good. But yeah, that was the Xbox FanFest. It's still going at the moment. We didn't have time to go to all of them, so we've just gone to that one on the first day and got some pretty cool stuff. Can I drink your water?
Go for it.
Thanks, man.
Endorsing.
You had the Pokemon Go app open while you were walking. You can answer that.
Stop, PG.
Yes, Red played a lot of Pokemon Go
Yeah,
while
3 levels. I've
walking in the
got
city.
some Pokemans. I like it.
Man, in city, in the heart of Sydney, there's a lot of Pokestops. So yes,
Because when people think, like, if you're naive like me, oh, hi, my name's Luke, I live in Sydney, and it's like, you live in this big town. But we're actually, what, an hour? Hour and a half?
yeah, we're about an hour away from the actual CBD, so we're not right in the city. So it's still a little bit weird for me going there because I don't go into the city very often. It's not anywhere that I frequent.
And it's crazy. And we brought it up, and there were just blue dots everywhere. Everywhere.
And he took advantage of that, and that was really cool. And we met Pat, our mate Snoogans was in there for us, and thank you very much to him for giving us a lift home. We didn't have to get back on public transport to come home, thank God. But we didn't see any weirdos on the train.
Everyone else did. I just couldn't see myself.
They're just not weird for you.
Nah, I'm weird to them.
You're weird to everyone.
Bam!
Nah! Alright, well, anyway, that is video game discussion, Ed. If you haven't thought of anything to add to the list, we can move on if you like.
No, I haven't thought. No, that's just. Happy birthday for yesterday.
Yes, it was my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to me.
I got my birthday present too, and it's gaming related, so I'm going to share it with the live stream. Oh, thank you, Luke. It's the history of Fallout.
Yep. Actually, we've got one of them to give away thanks to Nico.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, Nico let me know. So we're actually going to give that away this week in this podcast. I forgot about that. I mean, you reminded me. Yeah, good old...
We'll give it away to someone watching on the stream.
We can do that.
Do what the fuck we want.
How are we going to do that? Who are we going to choose? There's 8 people apparently watching. I'm not giving it to Reprimand.
Fuck that guy.
No, because he's an admin member. All right, well, we've got probably, for whatever the rest of the show, if you smash likes and loves and if you post in comments, we'll give it to someone that's the best comment or something. I don't know. We'll try and decide at the end of the show if we don't forget, and we'll give that same book that you just saw. We've got one available that old mate Nico is going to send out to whoever we choose to give it to. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Pain neck.
Oh.
Yeah, screw that referee guy. Fuck it.
Fucking Australia Post in Queensland. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Right, let's move on to video game news.
Let's do something.
Right, first up in the news, we've got PlayStation Experience for 2016. Now, last year we heard some stuff. What?
We had the PlayStation Experience 2015.
Yeah, it was slightly different because the name was different. Hi, Sean Craig Thompson. Thompson, that's what I said.
Yeah.
No P.
No P.
No.
Oh, speaking of which.
Oh, hello. He likes Lego. I got a blue one. What's wrong with Lego?
Nothing. No,
I like Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go somewhere, but it's way off topic. Anyway, PlayStation Experience for 2016. Last year, as I was saying, we got information on No Man's Sky. We were all really excited for it back then and all that sort of stuff. This year, Sony has announced that their PlayStation Experience show will be held on the 3rd of December through to the 4th. So the 3rd and the 4th at the Anaheim Convention Center. Where's that?
Go the Ducks. Anaheim Mighty Ducks. California?
I don't know. Somewhere. It's in the States, I'd imagine. This is Sony's personalised event where they'll show off what they're working on and make new announcements. It's likely that this year's PlayStation Experience will show off what they're working on, and I'm repeating the same line because I'm an idiot.
Well, what will they be focusing on, do you think?
Yeah, I know. They'll be focusing on the world of PlayStation VR, I think, and the benefits of PlayStation 4 Pro. I reckon that'll be their focus.
Wow. They want to get $1,000 out of everyone.
Well, the only thing is, do you really think that they've got anything new that they haven't announced?
Absolutely not. No, we've seen their 2 biggest games already announced.
Yeah, I don't think they... I can't imagine giving us anything new. I can't imagine anything about Vita.
Oh, no.
I think PlayStation have abandoned it. It's just like leaving a newborn baby in a dumpster. Shame on you, PlayStation. That's not nice at all. G'day, Sean. Cool. And Marty likes Lego too.
That must be an inside joke.
Maybe. Lego's cool. You're both cool. It's all good. Thanks, Sean and Martin. Yeah, so I'm not really too excited for it. I think they're going to tell us... Probably there might be more games announced for VR. There might be more features with updates for the PlayStation 4 firmware that will be cool stuff for the Pro. The PlayStation poor owners won't get, that we don't like, because we're going to be PlayStation poor. What's the other name for it? Vanilla.
Vanilla, yeah. Year one.
Vanilla's still nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I call it PlayStation poor now because there's a bigger one that's more expensive. But anyway, so that's happening 3rd and 4th of December this year. So look forward to that. Put it on your calendars and probably live stream it. It'll be all televised or whatever over the internet. Predictions regarding BlizzCon. Kieran Hayes. I don't really know much about BlizzCon. I'll give you some obvious predictions. They're probably going to bring out some new heroes for Overwatch.
Oh yeah, Overwatch DLC.
And
Hearthstone.
and the characters that they put into Overwatch will be current existing characters from WoW, Heroes of the Storm, and
Hearthstone.
Diablo. Well, they're all the same characters. So I reckon they'll bring characters across to Overwatch. There'll be special DLC characters, I think, that will come from those other games.
And
That's what I reckon.
Also, if you are a regular listener to the show, we did cover news here probably about 2 months ago about an upcoming Diablo title. We may get an announcement.
Titan.
Diablo
Titan.
Yeah. But they'll probably have Metallica. You know, BlizzCon always have a rockin' band. They've had Linkin Park. I think they've already had Metallica. But, yeah. Moving on.
Okay.
Destiny 2.
Ooh!
Destiny 2. So there's been some leaked information, whether it be rumour, innuendo, or fact. But the second installation to the Destiny franchise will most likely be affectionately known as Destiny 2. Big thing. The big addition is that highly likely coming to PC, and this has come from a well-known internet figure known as Benny_A, or Benny A, if you will, if you don't pronounce the underscore. So it comes from a reputable source. A lot of it still does sound like rumour to me, but a PC, you'd think a PC launch would project the game even further. It will be the world's second largest MMO.
To WoW.
To WoW, yeah. One thing I would love to hear, if this is all true, cross-platform play. Because there was a little bits and pieces in it, because we checked out a couple of news sources for this, didn't we? And there was a rumour that it'll be bigger lobbies, or more higher populated areas, which are probably only possible on PC.
Maybe. But see, the big buzzword for me is big changes. For me, I've had enough. I've had my fill of Destiny. I'm not going down the Rise of Iron path. I know you are.
Oh yeah, I'll cover that in the coming shows in the coming months.
But I'm not going there. For me, I've had my fill. I'm not going to bag out Destiny. I love Destiny. I've played it a lot. I enjoyed House of Wolves, the other one, and the other one.
Rise of Iron.
No.
Taken King.
Taken King. I really enjoyed Taken King. I got a lot of time out of it, but I don't have I've just had enough.
Too much to do.
I've got too much to do, but I just don't have the inspiration to go and play it. It's just too much of the same, so I'm passing on that. Big changes for Destiny 2 makes me think, yeah, I'll definitely be on board for Destiny 2, because I do like a good change to a good game, as long as they do it right, which I think they probably will. I think they will learn from their mistakes. Not that there were massive mistakes for me, because I still liked Destiny, but if they fix a lot of things and change up some things, I reckon I'll like it.
There weren't mistakes, but there were a lot more positives to come with future installments. So Destiny 2 Year 1, as opposed to Vanilla Destiny Year 1, well, Vanilla Destiny, you're going to have a whole lot more with a bigger launching pad for another, 5 or 6 DLCs. So
3-man fire teams, get rid of that. That needs to go.
Yeah, look, especially for patrolling and stuff like that. If you want to go into like a strike, 3-man fire teams maybe, but you should be able to patrol with 6 users. You should be able to go hit Earth, go run around, get on your sparrows, go do your bounties as a 6-man. You can do your crucibles as a 6-man.
I agree.
You can do your raids as a 6-man. That'd be a lot more functional.
Yep.
But if they want to keep it as a 3-man, so you can have a warlock, a hunter, and a titan as a perfect mix, keep it like that. But just keep it for your strikes and maybe your story missions.
Yeah. All right. Just quickly going to the chat before they scroll too far. George Schneider, thank you very much. T-shirts are on point. I've got my Darth Vader T-shirt, which is the dice. What do you call it? Battlefront.
Battlefront
T-shirt, and you've got Heavy Metal. Rock on.
And Iron Man, all in one.
Go Web. We've got also Anthony Lawrence. What do you think of Forza Horizon 3? We have already covered that, so we won't spend too much time on that. But We loved it. We've played a lot of the demo. We have picked up the full version, which we haven't got our hands on too much yet, but we'll be playing it more.
Today.
Yeah, playing it more today after the podcast. But Forza Horizon 3 is a beautiful
We
looking
might have a
game.
quick update on Facebook for you later.
Yeah, later. We might even stream it. We'll stream a little bit of the gameplay later on our Twitch channel. So go over across to there and subscribe so you get an announcement. Aussie Gamers TV. Yeah, that's our username.
Twitch/AussieGamesTV.
Yeah, check that out and follow us, and we'll stream some of that. But we really enjoyed it. Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining. And I think we're up to date now. So, right, let's move on to our next piece of news. And this is a really cool one. Interested in this one. So, excuse the side of my head as I read off my screen here. Firewatch movie is in the works. So, Campo Santo impressed us earlier this year with their game called Firewatch. Many gamers, including myself, finished the game in one sitting because it only goes for about 5 hours. But I still managed to leave the game quite pleased and impressed with the whole experience. Now a movie is being developed adapting the video game into a movie. That's really worded terribly, but anyway. There was no indication of whether the movie version will follow the original story with Henry and Delilah, where Henry is a newcomer to the job of looking after a national park and watching out for fires, as the job title suggests. The magic in the game comes from the relationship that was formed between the two characters, and it was quite intriguing. It was centered around the intrigue that accompanied the game's events. It's quite suspenseful and real satisfying conversation between the main characters, Henry and Delilah. Now, I won't spoil anything, but it's some really quite interesting things happen throughout that game. So you got to give that a go. But it's coming to a movie. They're putting a movie together. It's I don't like to go, oh yeah, there's going to be a movie, because I've heard so many like announcements or rumours or whatever about games turning into movies that never end up sort of eventuating. But that's the announcement or the news at the moment. So we'll keep you up to date whether that actually happens. So I'm really keen for that. If that happens, I'll be definitely keen.
Well, the fact that it would make a good transition to a movie is because of the drama of the narrative, which was a main aspect of the game.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a walking simulator, so to speak. It wasn't exactly a gameplay-rich game, but it was a real good experience, and that experience can go into a movie really well. The only thing is, I don't know if it's going to be animated. Is it going to have live action? I don't know. It'll probably be live action, I'd say.
Live action.
With actual actors, yeah. Sean Craig Thompson, thanks for your comment there. Still got to try Forza. You've got to give it a go. If you like it, you've got an Xbox One or a PC, give it a crack. And we've had Rem join us. Hey, nice plug. What did you plug? Ah, yes. And look at this. Old school. That's the original logo. So that was, speaking of plugs, Superhero Spot is a Facebook page on Facebook. Look them up. The owner of that page actually designed this logo.
Oh, nice.
The original logo, Michael. So that was the original logo, but it was shit, so we changed it. And that's the new one there that was created by none other than Red's brother, Jackson. Thanks a lot for that one.
Red's brother, yellow.
Blue. But anyway, move on to the next news. Red, yours.
I've got some. Yes. Backwards compatibility games coming to Xbox One, obviously from the 360. There is a major one, but I'm going to make you wait and dig through the crap first.
The other ones aren't that great.
No, I googled I YouTubed the trailers just to get a feel for them. So you got E4, which stands for Every Extended Extra Extreme, which is a rhythm-based game. Kind of looks like an asteroidy sort of setup, just all flashing, and it's a rhythmic game, so a music-orientated game with a lot happening on the screen, with multipliers and everything like that. But yeah, not my bag. Funtown Mahjong. Fair to say, it won't be solitaire. Moving on. And Cleverment Experiment. Now, this one was kind of cool. It reminded me a lot of a Wii game, where you used what are they called on the Xbox? Your avatars.
Avatar.
Yeah, your avatars take they get a little bit of face time in the game. It's mini games, so like your Super Mario Party.
Oh, okay.
So there's mini games, but they're all logic based and maths and science and stuff like and memory. So hence the Encleverment Academy. But without further ado, the big one, Call of Duty World at War, backwards compatible.
That was the Call of Duty that almost got Call of Duty games banned.
Yes, because it was uber violent.
Too violent because their limbs broke off when the bombs hit them.
Stupid.
Good game though.
Yeah, so count me in. I don't think we have got a confirmed date. It could be right now.
I think I read it. Did I read it that it was available? I think it's available now.
World at War, Call of Duty World at War. If you can play some multiplayer, original zombies.
That was the original Zombies. I liked that zombie because it was slower paced.
Yes, much.
Yes, and you could slowly work together with your teammate, get to know how they work before it turned into a shit fight.
Yeah, it's just got harder and harder and harder now. But yeah, I'll be there. I will be downloading that as soon as I get home.
There you go, and you go nuts with every extra extreme Funtown Mahjong and Encleverment experiment.
Next in the news.
Whatever. Alright, next up in the news, and it's our last bit of news for this week. Nintendo 64 emulator is available for Windows 10 and Xbox One. This might be a little strange to hear. It was bizarre for me, but apparently it's true. There's a Nintendo 64 emulator available on Windows 10 and Xbox One. In Australia, it's $12.29, and it has been developed by a mob called MobWi.
Yeah.
MOBWI. And it's compatible with PC, Windows Mobile, Holographic, which I think is HoloLens, and the Xbox One. The app doesn't look like it's got anything to do with Nintendo, so I really do see a short lifespan for this one because we know how Nintendo likes to run their legal department. Apparently, a little bit of an update. I think it's been removed from the Xbox One store.
Yep.
But I did bring it up just before we started this live stream. It was still available on the Windows 10 store. So if they run independently of themselves, you might still be able to get it for $12.29. But then I'm a little bit standoffish thinking if it's $12.29, you spend your money and they colour can it. I don't know if you're still going to be able to use it because it's got like microtransactions where you'll be able to purchase illegal games for the emulator to play them on your computer, but I don't know if you then had to get those games from the store, if the purchases go through the Windows 10 store, or if it'll be external to that.
A ROM website.
Yeah, so you may not be able to use it after it gets killed, which we know it's going to. So just be cautious about that one. Look into it first. But I don't know how it got through, because
There'd be a legal team at Microsoft. Sure.
Yeah, but
like Apple.
But I reckon it's robots. I reckon it's bots that are vetting these applications.
And
it's somehow snuck through the
vetting process.
Yeah, and I don't know. It'll eventually get complained about by Nintendo. It'll get pulled down, and people will get sued. Not us.
We can't endorse it, but it's definitely newsworthy. If this goes through, if the money some way makes its way to Nintendo, if Microsoft and Nintendo strike a deal, wow, that it's revolutionary.
Yeah,
It really is.
Grab that book again. Just remind everybody that's watching. We've got some people in the stream. This thing here, this one's not yours, but there is a copy that we've got available that will be yours. Anyone that's listening or watching the live stream, we're going to give away this Fallout, the History of Fallout hardcover book here to a lucky person that's commenting on this stream. So make sure your comments are flying, make sure your likes are flying, happy faces, not the angry ones.
I love #AGE Express.
AG Express.
Type it in.
Confusing. But yes, we got that to give away, so keep that in mind, all you guys that are in there. So, well, that's the end of the news. How are we going for time? All right, we're going well. We're a little bit early, so we can...
Sitting pretty. We might be able to have a chat at the end.
We might be able to. So anyway, but the next segment we're up to now is What's That Sound? Alright, so last week's What's That Sound was provided to us by...
Fuck that guy.
Rippermere. And let me play that one now.
This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?
She said she was fine by herself.
Okay, that one, hashtag beards for life, Martin Creamers, yes.
He just won.
Who won?
Martin.
Oh, won the prize.
Maybe.
No.
Well, he won What's That Sound?
Hey, Martin, I'm gonna make Martin jealous. Oh, that really does feel the same as my pubes.
Yeah, you're right.
Yuck! All right, that's that sound from last week was given us by Jason or Reprimere, and it is from Silent Hill. We did have a winner.
Martin.
Who was it? Martin Creamer. It was you.
Fucking wicked!
And he got a cool game. I think Devil May Cry.
Prick.
Yeah, Jason jumped onto that one and gave him a copy of Devil May Cry. So
He supplied the sound and the prize?
yes.
Let's give him a job.
Who?
Jason.
Jason?
Yeah.
You're hired. Premier. All right, good stuff. So, such a creamy moment to jump on Snooks. Righto, so we need a new sound. So this week, we've not this sound that we're about to play was provided us by Ramutha or Deb, who's I think she's in the little chat. Yeah, Jason. Hey, Jason. Just while we're doing this, can you tell us which Silent Hill it was? I don't think I ever got that answer. Was it 2? Do you know that?
I googled it.
Is that right?
I think so.
So confirm that, Jason, while we're talking. But anyway, got a new sound. This one's from Deb, so let's have a listen to this. Deb, I never get Deb's.
Boys love pubescence perfume. Accentuate the awkward.
Accentuate the awkward. We were just doing that.
Right, so it was Silent Hill 2 for last week. Well done, Red, for your Googling skills. Right, I don't know what that sound is. It sounds like Marge from The Simpsons.
Or a sister.
Yeah, maybe let's have another listen.
Boys love pubescence perfume. Accentuate the awkward.
You got any idea?
That shit game that got remastered.
Can any of you guys hear that properly through the stream? And if you do, have a guess. We don't actually know the answer, so...
What was that game that got remastered and then went on PS Plus where you couldn't change the camera angles?
Oh, Grim Fandango?
It sounds very around that era.
Oh, I was thinking that type of game. I was thinking, not that I've played it, Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah. Dot or Fandango?
Probably neither of those. I don't know. No, I could pretty much 100% say I've never heard that before. One more time.
Boys love pubescence perfume. Accentuate the awkward.
Accentuate the awkward.
I reckon. What are your names? Oh, I am Lucas, and this is Red. Lucas?
For obvious
Red.
reasons.
He's red because he just loves blood.
And I can only do one syllable things.
I'm red. Yeah, we're going to call him Purple, but too many syllables.
Red.
And I'm not very adventurous. Lucas is my name.
Blame his mum.
Yes. Cool, Connor. Thanks. No worries, man. Connor Buckley there, chatting away on there. So feel free to keep asking us questions. We'll hopefully be able to answer them. That's the sound for this week. If you guys know what it is, then send us a message to our Facebook page. If you are correct and we decide to pick you as a winner, you're going to get a free game. Most of the time we give everyone that's correct, some people that are wrong, free games. So if you want to have a go, have a go. Also, we've got a free book thing to give away this week too. So that's up for grabs. So if you're watching this live, you might win that at the end of the thingy. We'll work it out. Don't even know. Winging it. So that was What's That Sound? So getting towards the end. I'm having a good time. I don't want to finish. But anyway,
Get some questions going so we can get you in on the last word. But
yes. We'll stick around for a bit longer on last words. Oh, we're getting some thumbs up from Jason. Thanks, buddy. Red shout.
BAM!
It's Googleable. Yes, of course, the What's That Sound is Googleable this week. I didn't think of that.
All right, Red Shout. We're doing this for the second time. We've done a live stream on the way to the For Honor event the other night, and it was quite eventful. The stream. So I've pulled all my shouts from that, most of them. So you can't trust me. Red. So we'll in no specific order except for the last one, because I'm going to read one of the most fantastic comments that I've ever experienced. So here we go. I'll get your name right, trust me. Caitlin Berg, Alex McDonald, Eric Mason, Pierce Hall, Mark Harvey. Thank you very much for joining us on our road trip into Sydney, the For Honor event.
Yes, thanks, night. Mark Harvey.
Yeah, you're a legend. And I'll read this quote. I'll quote this read. Sometimes when I'm home alone, I rub my body in Vaseline and pretend I'm a slug. The one and only Brendan Brown.
Good old Brendan Brownie Brown.
And a really, really quick shout just to add on to the end of it to Luke, his wife, his family. Yes, he's not...
Yeah, I'm married, yeah. Sorry.
Putting me up.
Sorry, ladies.
Putting me up. Looking after me really well. Andrew Roy picking me up, looking after me for the football. We watched a good game of football the other night and had a few cans. Snoogs, looking after us. Yesterday, Fan Fest coming around.
Thanks, Pat.
Help celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday. Special extra shout for happy birthday.
It's happy birthday Boxing Day for me
happy
today.
Birthday Boxing Day. I keep reminding
after.
him. Oh, bastard. Yeah, that's the shout. For everyone that joined us in our live streams, everyone for looking after me. Shout out to my boobs. Only because we're on live stream and I can show them.
This is going to be a weird show for the audio listeners.
Oh, well, we've probably got them all in there.
No, well, no, it says 7.
But we just got congratulated on 10 individual commenters.
So, yeah, I don't know. But then when you finish the live stream, it says like 100 and something people were part of the stream. So I don't know how it works. I don't even know.
It's probably because these guys here are... Brendan Brown.
Thanks for all your efforts,
Plug.
boys. You're welcome, Brownie. He's always there. He's a good man.
Do you know what his mum's name is?
Brendan?
It's Mrs. Brown.
Brendan. Whatever. You're named after your mum.
Me too.
Sorry, I'm not making fun of your mum.
Red.
Is your mum's name Red? Or at least for a couple of days of the month. Oh, that's gross. Alright, well that's Red's shout, so let's go into last words, and we'll bring this one home. Let's do a good last words. What do we got? What do you have last wordy to say? Oh, some little likes on the...
I'm liking this. I'm liking being here. I'm just going to pitch a tent and stay. We can do shows like this every week.
You mean a metaphorical actual tent that you'd sleep in, right?
Well, one of them too.
You're not going to just get a boner and stay in my house, are you?
It might help me stay in the house.
Maybe stain the house.
Got him.
Ha! Well, help us out, everyone, with our last words. Ask us some questions. We've got the show out of the way now, so I'm happy to freestyle it a bit now and answer questions that you might have. So, anyone that's in the stream, yes, keep your tents to yourself. I bet that's Ram. What's that? Oh, can we... Oh!
Draw dicks on ourselves!
Why did they give us that ability?
Undo. Clear it.
How do you clear it?
The clear button!
Oh, clear. Red beards doesn't change on red filter. No, of course not. I want to draw more.
Oh. Fair to say this will be cut out of the audio.
Yeah. What can I draw? What PlayStation VR game are you most looking forward to? Me? I am probably most looking forward to Resident Evil 7.
Or rigs.
Nah, I reckon I'll break my neck playing that stupid thing. Alright, let's get back to this. So yeah, are you... I know you're not too fussed on PlayStation VR and you're not getting one, but if you would, what was, out of the games, what would you mostly be interested in? I've done 250 steps apparently during the whole podcast.
Oh man, I don't know. No Man's Sky.
It's not a PlayStation VR game.
It'll be compatible, wouldn't it?
Oh, just maybe on the
Yeah.
big screen mode, the cinematic mode.
For easeability, Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, because
What
it's,
do you
it's going to be the Batman VR, Arkham VR.
Yep.
Because as you suspect, it's only going to be an experience, not a full title.
Yeah.
That sort of thing I'd prefer more because you put it on, you do what you do, take it off, play a game. So I'd enjoy that.
There you go. So that's the PlayStation VR games we're most looking forward to. Who's this? What are we hoping to get our hands on first at the expo?
I'm Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Ram's keen on the Batman game. I'm interested in the Batman game, but because I know that it's just an experience, it's not really a game. I'm not.
Yeah, but you like your Telltale games.
I want to beat the piss out of people as Batman.
Did you play Telltale Batman?
No.
There you go.
No, but it's just sort of just a story. It could be cool. I don't know if do you start off walking down an alley?
Batman Origin. Again.
Not very good in VR. Pretty sad. But first at the expo, I probably want to... I'm probably the same as you.
And then Sniper 4.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Sniper Elite 4, Gears of War 4.
Mr. Spencer at the Xbox.
Oh, I really... burp. I really do want to see Phil Spencer at the expo. He's doing a talk, I think, at about 11. I think it's at 11 in the morning on Friday the 30th of September. So he'll be good to see. It'll be interesting. He's a good talker, and I'd like to see what sort of things he might be announcing for the Australian market, or if he's just sort of recapping what we already know. I don't know, but I think it'll be an interesting session to watch. That's all I'm expecting. Keen to see there.
We're lucky. Tomorrow night, we're going to the VIP.
Yeah.
PS4 VIP. Can you tell why?
Because we're cool guys.
So we're going to be able to get hands-on with VR there. We're going to get to talk to... is it Take 7? The guys from Resi 7? They're actually going to be there.
Take 7?
Is it Take... One of the crews behind some of the development.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to have Resident Evil 7 developers there. We'll get hands-on with VR there, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not going to have to line up at the expo. We're going to be able to probably tell you a little bit more about it pre-expo, which is essentially why we're going as media.
We'll try and do some live streaming from the show as well. Once we've had a little bit of an experience, we'll jump on our...
Yeah, even if they're
mobiles.
30-second minute videos, we'll check in, we'll say good day. That's this weekend we're going to be doing a lot of this interactive sort of stuff, so
Yeah.
share it, like it, post it, lick it, if you want.
Bop it.
But yeah, start sharing this around, start getting your mates interested. I'm going to call it.
Who's going to get views?
Yeah.
Get it for the visual. All right, you decide who it's going to. This is going to get given to somebody that's been pretty cool during the live stream.
Me.
Oh
No. Martin, we need your address.
Oh, Martin Creamers. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. Look,
well, he's working and he's still dedicated.
I'm not going to argue with that. I think he's a very, very good member of our community. He likes to comment on our things. He says really cool stuff about us. He's makes himself
He
known.
brought a friend into the stream earlier.
But yeah, his mate was in there, bagged him out about Lego and stuff. Mate, you're a good bloke. We like having you around, so that's a good thank you. We're going to send that to you. So send us a private message with a postal address, and we'll organise to have that posted to you. Our mate Nico in Queensland is going to be posting it, so make sure you check your postage in the next 6 to 8 months. That's an inside joke.
Mrs. is going to love it. I didn't say I was delivering it personally.
She's going to love that.
Nah, good on you, mate.
Well done. Congratulations, Martin Creamers. We appreciate what you do. Can I call you Marty?
Can we call Martin? Do we have to be as formal as your last name?
I don't know. Oh, look at that.
Whee!
Click the buttons, make the likes and stuff fly across the screen. Ask us more questions. We're going to stick around for a little bit. If you guys want to keep asking questions, I'm happy to keep answering them.
It's interactive too. Someone put in #BAM. See what happens.
Well, look, I don't know. We're going to finish?
Yeah, we'll sign off. We'll go
All
try
right.
Forza.
That'll be... All right, yes, we're going to go play Forza Horizon 3. How many of them are there? 3. Thank you to everybody that is listening to this week's show, and thank you to everyone that's joined us during the live stream and participated during the podcast. This podcast will be available as well as the stream.
Yeah, this is exclusive. You will not be able to watch this at a later date until Sunday. Until
Sunday. So if you were lucky enough to see it now, you're the only people that are going to know what the podcast has until Sunday. So Sunday will be the official release of this video as well as the audio podcast. So thank you everybody again for listening, watching, doing whatever you did during the podcast. We appreciate it. So we're going to head off now, and as always, I am Lucas.
Bam! And I'm Red.
Catch ya. How do we turn it off? Oh, sorry about that. The show is over. While you wait for the next show, check out Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and everything else that teenagers know how to use better than us. If you want to send us an email, send it to info@aussiegamersexpress.com and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We will be talking at you soon enough on the next episode of the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast.